Back when I was married to a sex addict and seeking help, there were almost no books addressing sexual betrayal from the perspective of the betrayed partner. Patrick Carnes had written his seminal volume, Out of the Shadows, in 1983. Carnes introduced the public to the concept of sex addiction, but as with most new ideas, it was many years before sex addiction entered our common lexicon. Even though my story unfolded in the mid to late 1990s and early 2000s, there were still very few resources for me to reach for. When I did search for help, I found books that told me because I was married to a sex addict, I was automatically dealing with my own disease of co-addiction codependence. Some of these early books contributed mightily to my healing, and I am grateful to have found them. The first one that dealt with being the partner of a sex addict was Lori Hall's An Affair of the Mind, and it blew the doors off my denial. I also found comfort, solace, and identification in Jennifer Schneider's Back from Betrayal and Charlotte Davis Castle's Women, Sex, and Addiction. However, as Maya Angelou and Oprah have said, when you know better, you do better. And therapists, as a field, now know better and are doing better when it comes to treating betrayed partners. In 2010, Barbara Steffens and Marcia Means introduced the trauma model for treating betrayed partners. Their book, Your Sexually Addicted Spouse, altered our understanding of what happens to partners of sex addicts, moving us from a shared disease, co-addiction model to that of a traumatic experience rooted in being separated from emotional and relational safety through betrayal in our primary relationship. One of the key findings of Steffens' research was that 69% of partners of sex addicts meet all but criteria A1, the criteria regarding life-threatening circumstances for a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Steffens' research allowed the fields of sex addiction treatment and trauma treatment to, for the first time, link their understanding of the origins, manifestations, and treatment of post-traumatic stress to individuals impacted by adult sexual betrayal. This was a significant leap forward in our understanding of the hurricane of symptoms and reactions partners experience following betrayal. It opened the door for the therapeutic community to use treatment approaches that had proven effective in treating trauma in their work with betrayed partners. Instead of being labeled codependent or co-addicted, partners began to be seen as individuals experiencing a traumatic event and responding accordingly. This was progress,